Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. So this was another attempt of the Starburst technique from Pouring Your Heart Out from Julie, and it worked pretty well, but I mixed my red far too strong. So you can see it was trapped on the bottom of my mold and the white couldn't get onto the color. So I thought I make another attempt. I have here my white. I'm using 20 grams of white because some people ask me for what I'm using. So I have 20 grams of white and I go with 6 drops of the pigment drops from Art. The resin I'm using is the Ultra Cast resin and I let it sit for 30 minutes because it needs to thicken up. My next color is the Butterscotch. I went with 4 drops and 3 drops of the swimming pool. I just needed to count what I'm doing. And in each of these cups, I have 40 grams. The mold I'm using is the S-sized geode mold from MoldsandShapes. And it can cope round about 160, 170 grams. So the rest, which will be in my jar, is for my final push. But these are my colors. I'm only going with 2 colors. And yeah, I'm quite curious if I get it sorted because the starburst effect is basically like a webbing, or like many people say, like a lace effect. And you want to have it straight from the sides so that you don't have this crackle rim, but straight away webbing effect or lace effect. So this is not easy to get, and yeah, I'm curious if I get closer to it, because my second attempt was already quite good, but my red was far too strong. Anyway, I'm now stirring my colors very well. You see it. I just make sure that my resin inks are very good stirred in. The resin inks are, by the way, from Octopus Fluids. The Ultra Cast resin I have in Germany from Art. And yeah, in the UK and in America, I think in America you can get it via Laura's Art Corner, I'm not sure. In the UK it's Elichem resins, so just have a look. The pigment drops are from Art. I will link Art in my description box, and I will link MoldsandShapes into my description box. They have wonderful molds. So there you go. This is my mold sorted. And yeah, I just need to zoom a little bit, so I hope you can see everything. My table is, by the way, a mess. But I always wait till it's really not done anymore and then I completely change it. I don't change my table every week. So anyway, please have mercy with me. I'm now using the swimming pool color. And you see it's quite transparent. And I'm pouring this around the sides, around the rim. And then next to it, I will pour the butterscotch. Julie is doing a dirty pour, and I thought I just try it like this and see what happens. So I'm doing a rim like this with the butterscotch. Then I'm taking the swimming pool again, make another rim, another loop. So I'm just altering my colors. And I want to be careful because in the center I want to add some clear, because I like it to have in the center the white. So hopefully it works with this as well. So that's what I'm doing. Then quickly I need to get my clear resin, fill up a little bit. You see it there, it's not much. And then I'm using the leftovers in my cups for yeah, using the colors outside again. Yeah, there were some bubbles trapped at the bottom of my mold. I just need to take care of them and everything is sorted. And now I'm just taking the rest of the swimming pool color and I'm pouring it around the edge. And then I will pour the butterscotch next to it. So all my colors are gone, basically. There's the butterscotch. And I probably have, I think, the outside of my pour a little bit stronger in color, but I'm not sure. So this is what I'm doing. I can also feel that my resin was getting warm. So this is also a good sign, because then your resin has really the opportunity to flow into the center. And now I'm taking my white and I'm just making the spiral. You see it there. And yeah, I just go in the spiral, but I'm not completely going inside. So there will be a little loop, you see it, a little hole. And then I go outside again, and I'm just now doing my spiral, and I'm using up all the white I have. So it looks a little bit wild, and I hope it's gonna work. And now I can take my clear resin and I'm pushing out my colors. I just try to be careful. Maybe I should push it harder. I think Julie is pushing it harder. I just take my time, so that's me, and well, maybe it makes a difference, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. But anyway, every person has its own way to pour and to develop, or to not develop, but to achieve a certain technique. So I hope it works with this pour. I was so happy with the other pour, but my colors trapped on the at the bottom was not nice. Anyway, here's the time lapse, and you can see the resin is moving very well. But I sometimes helped it also a little bit with my heat gun, but I did it very carefully. In the time lapse, it doesn't look as carefully, but believe me, trust me, I was very carefully in doing this. So, and then you see it's almost closing up, and I just help it a little bit with the dotting tool, and now my center is closed. I'm not using the syringe. Yeah, I now have one because Petra's Bunte Glitzerwelt, she gave one to me. So thanks, Petra, but I've not used it so far. Yeah, but anyway, it closed up, and I'm very curious how this is gonna turn out. So I let it cure for 20 hours, and then I could demold. It wasn't bendy at all anymore, so yeah, I was very, very careful, very curious this morning. And yeah, look at these colors. They are also very beautiful. And I'm wondering what comes out, because you don't know. Is there's gonna be a thick rim? Did it work? I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look. And look at this. There are a few blobbies at the outer rim, but I think I'm almost there. I'm almost at the effect, and my resin, the color wasn't trapped at the bottom, so I was very happy. And look at the web effect, or how people call it, the lace effect. I'm very happy with this, and the color looks like neon green. I'm really amazed what swimming pool and butterscotch did together. They just turned out in a neon green. And here's the final result with a better video, so you can see all the effects, and I'm very happy with this. I love this pour, and I try it again, maybe waiting 5 minutes longer and see what happens then. Okay, with this, I love and leave you. I thank you for watching, and take care, guys. Bye-bye.